I'm here in the Forest of Treasure in a particularly interesting place. It's interesting because I've never been on it before. And it's at the top of a hill, and it's at a junction. And that hill, it's obviously been there forever, and this junction has probably been here for, well, ever since the Romans. Because there's Roman stuff about, I don't know, half a mile from here. And it's a Roman area, really quite a heavily Roman area. So you never know what you're going to find, because you never know until you know. So this is a total first time ever prospect of this area, because no one's ever been on here before, ever. Or in the Forest of Treasure at all, which is why I get what I get. It's very interesting, so let's go. Well, I've got a nice signal down here. I've been up there for about 15 minutes, and nothing but a little bit of iron. But down here is definitely a metal thing, 81, so not a shotgun cartridge, not that I'm aware of anyway, and a bit too low for a bullet jacket. 81 coin it should be. It is so sharp. It's sharp enough to be a silver coin, but it's too low to be a silver coin. It's excitement. So let's see what it is. Bottle top. Such a nice signal. So my friend here, Matt, has found a coin.
Yay!
And it is, of course, a double Tournois. But I thought it might be here, and of course, it is by the car. But this is on the junction. I'm banking on people coming down here and having a rest. And obviously I had a rest here. Or a poop. Well, you know how it goes. Your beginner friend finds all the good stuff. So he's found one double Tournois. I found nothing. He's got another good signal down here. It's 83, which means it's probably a coin or a bull flop. So I'm going to film his victory. Let's go have a look. So here he is, the man in yellow, about to dig.
You'll find some gold.
Whoa, manly hole. I'll do the sniffing for you.
All right.
Hit it.
Got it out on the first shot.
Oh, it's got to be junk. It's right on the top.
Oh, nope, it's a coin.
Oh, it's a coin. Another one. Don't drop the coin. This man is hot. It's another double Tournois.
Told me it was junk and I found a coin.
I know. Because it normally is when it's on the surface, but you're a beginner and therefore you get all the good stuff and it's beyond the surface and there you go. Well done.
Let's see what we got.
Well, that is a double Tournois. It's a little bit munched up. It could even be a Roman. Everything's a Roman to me, but it's unlikely to be that. It's very likely to be a double Tournois. So, one there, one here. We found this together. Me and the Mr. Beginner. He's bringing me luck now, because I've got something in my hand which is, I don't know what it is actually, but I'm going to fall over backwards like I do. It is a something, and it's an interesting something, very interesting something, and it's not junk as of yet. Have a look. Now, I haven't seen this at any detail. This is as much as what I've seen. And I thought this was when it came out like that, it's going to be hubcap. But that ain't no hubcap, son. There you go. Hold on, I'm going to blow on this. There you go. Now that's a Celtic thing, I think. Because they love their kind of swirly-whirly, yin-and-yangy things going on. So heaven knows what it is. Brooch, maybe? Funny old brooch. But that is a something, and it's a lovely something, and it's a lead something, and it's a wow something. Yes, that's amazing. That's going to be something really old and fantastic. Oh yes. I'm actually guessing Roman, because it's lead. But it could be anything. It's not modern, it's not even 1600s, 1500s. You're getting back a long way to get something like this. A long, long way. Great.
Awesome.
So I think we've got something down here. There. So literally, just grab the whole earth. in there?
Oh, I see it. What?
It's that lump. It's very small. It's in the middle of your hand. There you are.
Guy.
No?
Oh, here it is. Yep, something.
And that is a 2-2 bullet. Mr. Durr has been here. So that was a fantastic little hunt, an amazing, what I think is a Celtic, don't know, blab, and two 17th century, 1600s, it sounds much better when you say 1600s rather than 17th century, 1600s coined, which I shall clean up using my new clean-up technique, and you've probably already seen them. And we're all pooped because before we got here, we saw something in the undergrowth, and we knew it was good, another kind of treasure, and that treasure was mushrooms, seps and their cousins. So take a look at what we found earlier on. Didn't video it, I suppose I should have, but you know, it's another kind of treasure. Actually, well, probably not worth more than that Celtic thing, because that is actually a bit special. But generally speaking, you find a bag of mushrooms and you've got yourself 30 or 40 bucks worth of stuff. But anyway, we'll eat it. So no selling that. So have a look at this. Oh yes, lovely, lovely, lovely seps and cousins of seps. Boltiuses, as they pronounce it. I always called it blotiuses, I don't know why, but anyway, yes, wonderful. And they will be consumed this weekend with relish. The people that said it in the comments got it right. I am Bilbo. I'm on my way to a new treasure spot, but behind you there, it's always got, well not always, but in the season it's got seps. And about 4 days ago, cleared it out, but I left a few for the fairies. But anyway, came back 4 days later, and look what I've got. Yes, a bag full of lovelies. Lots of different kinds of Boltiuses, but why not call them all seps? They'll all be really tasty. Now the thing about mushrooming, you really got to know what you're doing. And I like seps because they got that sponge underneath. And unless it's got a white head and a red stalk, it's not going to do any harm. And even that one, which becomes poisonous, will just make you want to wish you hadn't eaten it, as opposed to kill you stone dead, like some of them. Like this little one down here, which probably won't, because it might be an edible one, but it probably isn't. And even if it was, I wouldn't eat it anyway. Now, it looks like a sep coming up, apart from those little dots, which means it's a panther cap, which means it's an amanita, which means it's poisonous, which means you don't touch it. You can touch it, but you don't eat it. So you've got to be a bit careful. So if I did pick that, I would always turn it upside down and make sure it's got a sponge under it rather than gills. But I won't pick that because I like all mushrooms, even if they're going to kill me. Well, I've come up to a high part of the Forested Treasure because I've never been up here, and I always fancy the high ground because I know that's how people walk. They walk across the high ground rather than the low ground because it was drier and people would have to run up to attack them rather than, well, I suppose they could run down, but they just preferred to go across the high points. And this is a high point. So I'm giving it a go. Don't want to go much further, don't want to get stuck with a car. So it's a pretty rough ground I've come across. So we're going to do some treasure hunting around here, see if we can find anything new. Or rather, on a new spot, see if we can find anything old. Well, this is actually a shooting range for wild boar, so there's lots of good signals here, but they're all bullets and things. Because something here, my eyes can't tell whether it's a good thing or just a piece of rubbish. Looks like it could be the half of a very old coin or the top of a safety pin head. That's how good my eyes are. But anyway, have a look and you'll probably have a better view when you see it than I am having now. So that is it. And to me that looks like an old coin, half an old coin. And if it was, it would be Merovingian, i.e. post-Roman Empire fall, and before Charlemagne showed up and showed everybody what was what. But on the other hand, it does rather look like a top of a safety pin head. But we won't know until we know. In the pocket that one goes. Well, down there is a litter of wild boar. And I'm just going to go down there slowly because that's where I want to treasure hunt. But I don't want to meet Mama. Although they just might be buying piglets and set them free to fatten them up to shoot them later on. That would be the sensible thing to do. Probably what they are doing anyway. They seem to run off. That I believe to be a musket ball, a shot one. It's kind of the right size and shape for a Roman coin, but it's too thick. Too thick. That'd be fine, but that isn't fine. Well, the first part of the hunt for the mushrooms, was very successful. Second part, not so much. Lots of bullets, all modern, nothing else apart from that musket ball. Nothing up here apart from remnants of shooting pigs. But anyway, down there is a shiny shovel, and I'm happy to see it. Well, having a bit of a dry patch, lots of detecting, finding nothing, looking for that hot spot. So, up at a new part of the Forest of Treasure to see if there's anything up here. And I've driven up lumpy bumpy the whole way in the shiny shovel, and who knows what's around the corner. We'll find out in about 3, 2, 1 now. Well, been finding nothing but very deep iron, but this is on the surface, and this is the bottom of a jug or a jar. It could be any age really, but my mate, the pottery expert, will know. But I'm inspecting it. It's turned on a wheel. Roman stuff around here tended to be thrown into a mould. But anyway, it's glazed and it's nice, so it's going in the bag. The only thing I'm getting from this part of the Forest of Treasure is a good workout. First find of the day, a shot musket ball. Is going in a pocket because there's nothing else to go in there to keep it down. Deep iron, well, a bullet, actually a whole 2.2 bullet, but don't keep those. And this shot musket ball. So we push on. We're going uphill to a spot that I wanted to get up to, which is like a flat plateau, and I can imagine people in ancient times perching up there because it would be a bummer to attack them. So anyway, let's see if we can get to that part, and if so, what's up there, if anything at all. Nothing so far, absolutely empty. Yay, first count of the day, and I think that's for 5 centimes from the good old pre-Euro days. They weren't that good old, but they definitely had 5 centimes. And yeah, first count of the day. Now we're coming up to the top of this plateau, and I think it might be interesting up here. So we will see what we will see. Cursed it now, haven't I? Oh yeah. This perspiration is not from excitement of finding a coin with a golden edge. No, this is France. So that means it's probably a 5 centimes from way back. But anyway, let's have a look. All I can see is a gold edge. Let's experience disappointment together. So, you know, that would get you excited in the UK. And it kind of gets you excited here as well, I've got to say, but you know, 99 times out of 10, oh, it's a ring. It's going to be a 5 centimes, but no, that's a ring. Can't be a gold ring, can it? He said dropping his spade. Well, don't know. Probably copper, just being rusted away. Buckle, I should think, unless it's been squished because it's soft and gold. But anyway, ooh, ooh, exciting in the pocket that goes. I wonder what that is. Oh yeah, by the way, it's too light to be gold. Sorry to spoil it for you there. I could have waited to the end, couldn't I? Oh yes, I could. No, it's too light. It's too light. In fact, it's so light it feels like aluminium, but it's not an aluminium colour, is it? And it was a 60, which means, well, that's a lead number, but it's also a low number, which is gold, of course, but who knows what it is. We'll find out when we get back and we can get our binoculars on. Oh, yes. You have got to dig it all. You have got to dig it all. I thought this was going to be a shotgun shell, but I had to do it, so I did it. Could be a Roman, probably isn't, probably a denier, but I don't know. I'll know in a minute. So are you. It was definitely not going to be a coin. And that's the coin, I may add, at some depth. Now I can't see what that is. My eyes are not my friends today. But it's definitely a coin. And it's just a little bit too regular to be Roman. But it could be Roman because it is pretty irregular. But anyway, in the pocket it goes. I'm guessing it's a denier, could be a Roman. But anyway, we're in the old coins. That's an improvement. At last, hot spot. Well, 2 coins anyway. Oh yes. One was just over there by about 8 foot. One down here, deep by a tree. Maybe the tree pushed it up. And there is the coin. It's another double Tournois, I should think. Yay. Of course, one's always hoping for a little bit of silver amongst all this copper. But you never know till you know. I'd say it's the biggest hotspot of all time, but it's a third find. It looks like a cut quarter of a coin. Who would do that? Well, particularly a copper coin. Romans used to do it to big, fat copper coins, but this is quite a small one. So maybe it's not copper, maybe it's silver, maybe it's cut silver, small coin. Anyway, let's have a look. Could be not a coin at all, but that's my guess right now. But let's have a go. Let's have a see. Let's have a look. There it is. It doesn't really make much sense as a cut coin that's copper. But, you know, money was short, so it could be. This is definitely a 1600s, 1500s road. Because that's what we're finding. Deniers at 78. Now I'm parked beyond this crest. It's a big drop off. And this is the road running across the top of the ridge. I've seen lots of wild boars, young wild boars mind you, running across there. There's probably mummers around here somewhere, but I don't think the bigger ones get to survive for that long, because they're the ones the hunters want. I think what they do is they buy piglets, springtime, put them in here to get a few months of heaven, and then they shoot them. And I think last year, quite a few survived because there wasn't so much shooting because of all the COVID restrictions. But I think they did come, but I did see one big one last year. But I'm seeing a lot of babies now, so I guess they are restocking. Now my advice to any wild boars watching is, if you see these things back here, don't go near them ever. Just never go near them. As Warren Buffett's mate said, I only want to know one thing, where I'm going to die, and then I'm never going to go there. And I think that applies to wild boars in this forest. I really don't know what this is. I think it's a button. Pretty sure it's a button. But I did find a button once in a field. It turned out to be a Celtic silver unit. So it could be one of those. It was quite deep. Well, wasn't that? Anyway, it's not going to be. But I can't really tell with my eyes. My mole-like vision is not good enough. But I think it's a button because it's got a little thing on the back of it. So anyway, I'm pretty sure this is a button. I think that's a shank. There's a small chance it might not be, but in the pocket that one goes. Another small denier or double Tournois from the 1500s. Pretty shallow this one. That looks like a bit of a shot musket ball. I'm guessing that's what that is. Highly likely. First big old coin of the day. Don't know what it is actually. Doesn't look like a Napoleon Tournois. So maybe a one sol of Louis the 14th, 15th, 16th, 18th. No, he wasn't a thing, was he? Maybe he was, I don't know. Anyway, it's down here. Let's go get it. And that's it. That's looking like a good old coin. I don't know what it is, but you might already know. It must be Napoleon Tournois. Well, it's got some meat on it, as Cleggy would say. And I'm thinking that that's a not Napoleon Tournois. I'm thinking that that's a Louis. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit and I'll get back to you. This is a first for me. I think it's a post-Napoleon Tournois 10 centimes. Never found one of them before, surprisingly enough. I mean, it must have been rare really, but you know, it's just peculiar, the coins that you do and the coins that you don't find. I mean, when I started out, I found lots and lots and lots of coins, no Victorians at all. Everyone I see in the UK is finding Victorians all the time. Very strange. But anyway, this is what this is. 1880s, I think. But we'll see when we clean it up. Have a closer look. You see, it's got that 10 centime of Napoleon width, but it's got a different design. You know, that would be an eagle, and it appears to have a wreath. I don't know, victory or something, I guess. And there's definitely a lady's head here, and so that's what my guess. But anyway, we'll clean it up and see what we got later. I think I got silver. I literally just turned the clod over and biffed it a little, and out popped this little coin half out. And it looks grey, so it could be a copper coin. But I think it's silver. I haven't really got that close to it, to be honest. But it's probably going to be copper, because I never find silver. But it's looking a funny colour. So anyway, let's go get it. That's what I'm seeing. And that looks suspiciously silverish poking out. Let's go get it. Oh yes, it's silver. Yes. Well, I'm getting too excited because I nearly unmasked this without videoing it. How silly would that be? So I can't actually see. So I think it says, does it say 50 or 25 centimes, something like that? I don't know. Don't rub the silver coin. It's just a baby. Oh, it's a half franc. Oh, maybe that's not silver. Oh, it is silver, isn't it? Got to be silver. So it's sort of late 1800s. Yeah, and it says 50 cents there. So it's a silver half franc. I found so few of these. That's absolutely brilliant. You have no idea how good that makes me feel. Silver. Boom! After such a long patch of nothing. Well, it's not strictly true. Lots of lovely mushrooms, which is, you know, actually worth more than the junk that I find. Sorry, treasure that I find. But, and they taste great. But as far as wonderful coins go, no luck for a long, long time. But anyway, boom! Here's my video. Right here.
I can only show your synced photos.
These iWatches are very weird. Well, how about this for a water feature? Yeah. Anyway, the only thing I've found so far is a fly button. Well, that's not a button, but it's a struggle to get it, and it's a denier. So it shows it's probably a workings, I would think, sand workings. To rub the denier. From 15, oh no, it's a button. It's another button. I thought it was a coin there for a minute. Anyway, button. So maybe it's a toilet. Not sure what that is. Could well be a small coin. I think in this gloomy light I can see a pattern on it, but probably can't. It's very, very small. Could be off a shotgun cartridge, but I don't know, it's a bit heavy for that. You know, in the pocket it goes. And might be good. Can't tell in this light. Can you? Double silver! Ha ha ha! Don't believe it. Well, I don't know yet. Might let me down. Might be an aluminium rivet. And very small. So I'm excited. It might be something else entirely than just a half a franc or something like that. Excited, excited. Oh yes, have a look. Right by that tin foil as well. And I thought this might be tin foil. Oh, it's going to be a button, isn't it? Well, if it is, it's a silver button. So that's what I just saw. That's silver. And that is a silver hunting button. I'm sure of it. Yeah, silver button. Alright, not quite as good as a denarius, but hey, that's brilliant, that is. Look at that marking, fantastic. Silver button and a silver coin. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh yes, and I've been doing this for about 3 hours, which is a record for me post-COVID, so that's really good too. Now, I'll show you something later, which anybody out in the woods should get a pair of these. And I can't find them available in America, but I'm wearing a pair of tick socks. They're very, 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 very good. And I'll put an Amazon link below, because anybody out in the wood that's worried about ticks, these do really, really help. When I've been out with other people without them on, they get loads of ticks, or at least a couple, or they're brushing them off. I've gone a long time without getting a tick, until recently when I didn't actually wear them. So anyway, yes, the proof is in the pudding, I guess. See if I've only got any tonight. But yeah, tick socks, highly recommended. This tree appears to have grown in the road a long time ago, and they've had to go around it. Great tree. Well, another coin. Digging's getting difficult now for me. But it's not particularly rooty, that's good. So that's going to be double Tournois, I would think. Yeah, pretty sure that's what that is. Well, probably got nothing on it. But another coin. I just found a pull tab and I just got an enormous signal. That's the impression of it. And that's the coin. And that's going to be a revolutionary 10 centimes. I think that's the lady with the funny hat. And on the other side, don't rub the revolutionary coin. It's okay, it's bronze. Yep, that's a fantastic coin. Beautiful, beautiful coin. Such a great signal, it's so close to the surface and it's so like a piece of trash. But you've got to dig it all, you've got to dig it all. This must be a spill, because this is about 4 foot on. And that is another coin, and it's a big one. Now you're seeing it better than I am, but I'm expecting that to be from the same period, and probably from the same pocket. Here we go. Is that the lady with the funny hat? I think so. So it's going to be a 5. Oh yeah, brilliant. I wonder if he dropped his silver. Oh, even better gold. Well, we're going to look around here. It's on the final leg back. And I'm pooped. I've been at it for, good 4 hours. Oh yeah. And for me, after my recent brush with the Grim Reaper, that's a lot of time. I'm not giving up now though. Right under that flipping root. There you go. A coin. Ooh, looks like it might have been quite a good nick. Yeah, looks reasonable nick for a change. Nice one. Well, that's a huge lead lumpo that I just dug up. Am I going to put it in my pocket? Nah. Am I going to put it in my bag? Probably. Big old lumpo there, isn't it? Blimey. I wonder what that was for. Maybe just an ingot. Whew. Well, that was a mammoth hunt for me. 4.5 hours. I totally pooped. But anyway, that's great to be able to do it at all. And some lovely finds too. So, I hope you enjoyed this trip. It was a beautiful walk for me. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh. But I'm so pleased because I got some lovely, lovely finds as you've seen. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and like. See you again soon. Bye now. And to top it off, I found some treasure on the surface and I had to climb over a live electric fence about waist height. Oh yeah, it's that nice treasure. Fortunately, I had a sack with me and I put that over the top wire, which bent it down a bit, so even I could get over it. But anyway, see what I've got. Look at that little treasure trove of seps. Oh yeah, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.